Season 11 of Apex Legends is quickly coming to a close, which means we're finally getting our teasers for Season 12. And this teaser is a doozy, showing two gunships flying all the way across the map of Stormpoint, having a battle. And finally having the fleeing gunship get hit by a rocket and leaving some wreckage down on the beaches north by the North Launch Pad. What's up, you guys? I'm not amazing, I'm just mediocre, and we're here to talk about what this teaser means for the new legend coming to Apex, as well as the story surrounding these events and what it means for the future of Apex Legends as a whole. Let's get right into it. So like I said, we have these two gunships that are chasing each other around. One of them gets shot and drops a piece of wreckage onto the beach. And if you go and find this piece of wreckage, you'll see that it has the logo of Salvo on it. The same logo used by Mad Maggie. And this seems to lend credence to the leaks and rumors that she will in fact be our next legend coming to Apex. But that's not all. At the same time, we've been receiving these podcasts on Twitter by the Outlands Journal, featuring reporter Lisa Stone as she tries to reveal the lies and corruption of the Syndicate that have been happening over the last few seasons. How Forge was murdered by Revenant, how there was a terrorist attack on Malta back in Season 7. Then there was the Legacy Antigen storyline where there was the poisoned vines that came out of the Icarus and started overrunning Olympus. And she's trying to connect this all together to paint a picture of the Syndicate being completely incompetent and having no ability to keep the people of the Outlands safe. The thing is, this podcast appears to be sponsored by none other than Silva Pharmaceuticals. And if you remember, back in Season 9, as part of that Legacy Antigen storyline, we found out that Duardo Silva, Octane's dad, was the man responsible for many of these events. He was responsible for the terrorist attack back in Season 7, and he was also responsible for bringing the Icarus to Olympus and allowing it to spread its vines in the first place, ostensibly so he could be the man that came to save the Outlands with a cure. So with this podcast being sponsored by Silva Pharmaceuticals, it seems that we're finally getting another step in that direction of Duardo's evil plan, where he's trying to overthrow the Syndicate and then control the Outlands for himself. What I'm curious about is, we saw Maggie potentially fall to her death back at the end of the Season 8 storyline, but it appears that she survived in some way. And this podcast coming out at the same time this live gunship is happening over Stormpoint leads me to believe that they're a little bit connected. That perhaps Duardo Silva is responsible for rescuing Mad Maggie from her potential downfall, putting her back together, getting her back on her feet, and then maybe even supplying the freedom fighters of Salvo with advanced weapon and technology that they would not otherwise have. Because it appears that this gunship that was fleeing away is equipped with phase technology. You can see it warp away through the sky, as well as the piece of it warping, crashing into the ground. This is not technology that Salvo had access to before. It's extremely advanced and is only available to a select handful of people like Duardo Silva. So I think it's entirely likely that Silva Pharmaceuticals has basically sponsored Mad Maggie's return and is bringing her back to cause more trouble with the Syndicate and make them look even worse, showing that they could not even take care of this terrorist that had destroyed their games before. This is just another step in Duardo's plan, and I'm honestly super excited. We've been having kind of a dearth of lore over the last couple seasons, almost nothing happening in Season 10 or 11, but we're finally getting this big, just hyper-pumped direct injection into our veins of Apex Legends lore, and I couldn't be more excited to see what's happening in Season 12. What do you guys think? I know a lot of people are not happy about Mad Maggie making her return. What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you like this video, drop a like on it. And if you want to see more about Apex Legends lore and backstory, make sure you subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, I'm not amazing, I'm just mediocre. And I'm out.